For those of us who have walked with the Lord for any length of time, we understand that God moves in his own special time and in his own special way. We've lived long enough to understand that God does not set his clock by our watch. And so, therefore, when it comes to receiving the promises of God, we must be patient. Now, patience is not simply the ability to wait, but patience is centered around what you're doing while you're waiting. Because the key, hear me family, the key to waiting successfully is not just spending time in the presence of God, but the key is investing time into the presence of God. Because you invest in what it is that you're expecting to receive a return on. You don't wait to praise God when you receive what it is you've been asking for, but David says when you enter into his courts, whether you receive the promise yet or not, when you enter into his courts, you give him praise. And so I don't know about you, but before I ask God for anything, I want to take a moment this morning and say, Father, thank you for the meal that I had last night. Thank you that my car made it to church this morning. Thank you that I had clothes to put on my back today. Thank you that what the enemy meant for evil, that you turned it around for my good. If you let your mind go back to all the promises, family, that God has already kept over your life, when you do that, you can't help but to give God a retrospective praise for all he's already done, and give God a futuristic praise for what's on the way. Is there anybody in here that has a praise in your heart for what he's already done and a praise in your spirit for what's on the way? Can we take about 5 seconds and give God a praise in this house? God can bless you so well that if you're not careful, you'll start shaking people's hand with one finger. You'll start acting all such and much. I can't get no help in here. God can bless you so well that you begin to think that you got this car because you work for it. You begin to think that you got this house because you saved for it. Don't you know that there are people that have saved and they still can't get it? God said, I'm going to give you a thorn to buffet you. But I need you to understand that I considered my grace before I allowed the pain. I would not have allowed you to go through that level of pain if I wasn't God enough to be sure that my grace could sustain you even in that situation. It is. And so I know that you think that this thing is going to kill you, but you can handle it. I know you think that you can't take it, but you can handle it. I know you're tired of it, but I need you to understand that you can handle it. I know that you feel like driving the car off the road sometimes, but I've come to tell you that you can handle it. And I am not going to remove the thorn. I am not going to remove it yet. I don't care how much you pray about it. I don't care how much you fast about it. I'm not going to remove it yet. And even with the thorn, I'm demanding that you still give me praise.